The grill was still smoking when she said it. A loose sentence, a sloppy smile. My wife's best friend swayed near the patio door, wine-dark teeth, eyes too bright. "So," she asked me, loud enough to slice the laughter in half, "when are you going to leave her?" The yard went quiet. Not traumatic quiet. Worse. The kind that pulls oxygen out of your lungs. I watched a bead of grease fall from the spatula. I watched my wife freeze mid-step. I waited for the punchline. It didn't come. Her friend blinked, confused by the silence she'd caused. Then her face folded inward. "Wait," she said. "He doesn't know?" Something inside me turned to glass. I smiled. Automatic, polite. I felt my pulse move to my ears, measured and calm, like a clock learning how to count down. People shifted. Someone laughed too loudly. My wife said my name, soft, warning. I nodded once, as if she'd asked me to pass the salt. Inside, a door closed, locked, bolted, soundproofed. I didn't ask a single question. Not then. I just watched my wife stare at the ground like it might open and take her with it. And I understood with cold precision that this wasn't an accident. It was a leak, and everything behind it was about to flood. That night, I lay beside her and counted breaths that weren't mine. She didn't touch me. She didn't apologize. She slept like someone who believed the worst was over. I replayed the sentence again and again. When are you going to leave her? Not if. When. It wasn't about me leaving. It was about timing. I thought about the way she'd been tidying up lately, the sudden fitness obsession, the new password on her phone, the way she'd tilted away from me like it was shy. I remembered dinners canceled, conversations cut short, her eyes elsewhere, already rehearsing a different life. There was no screaming inside me, just alignment, pieces clicking into place so cleanly it felt surgical. By morning, I wasn't angry. I was precise. I kissed her cheek, made coffee, listened while she explained nothing. Denial is loud. Truth is quiet. And the truth was already sitting between us, patient, waiting to be named. I became observant, not suspicious. That's emotional, sloppy. Observant is clean. I noted timestamps, patterns, the way she smiled at her phone and then erased it when she saw me. I checked the phone bill, then the cloud backup she forgot she shared with the old tablet. Photos I wasn't meant to see. Reflections in windows. A man's watch on our bathroom counter, cropped out too late. I didn't recognize him at first. Then I did. He'd been in our house, laughed at my jokes, shaken my hand like it meant something. I watched them meet through archived GPS data, always on Tuesdays, always during my late meetings she encouraged me to keep. I cooked dinner, asked about her day, listened while she lied with an economy that impressed me. At night, I planned. Not revenge. That's messy. I planned confirmation, because doubt is the only thing that can hurt you if you let it live. The email arrived on a Thursday. Subject line, confirmed. I read it once, then again. I felt nothing. That surprised me. I printed the screenshots, the messages, the photo she'd sent him wearing my shirt. That night, I set the papers on the table between us. No speech, no accusation, just the sound of paper touching wood. She looked, collapsed inward. Her hands shook. Her voice broke before it formed. I watched her cry like it was happening to someone else. "Is it true?" I asked. She nodded. That was all I needed. The next weekend, I invited everyone back. Another barbecue. Same yard, same chairs. I stood when the drinks were poured. I didn't raise my voice. I told the story the way you tell facts in court. Dates, places, names. I handed her best friend a copy first. She didn't meet my eyes. I handed my wife the last page. Silence returned, heavier this time. "I knew," I said, finally, "before you decided I deserved to be the last to know." I picked up my keys. "I'm leaving," I added. "You already rehearsed this. I'm just not following your script." I walked past them. No one stopped me. The house felt lighter without me in it. I didn't take much, just what was mine. On the drive away, I waited for the pain to catch up. It didn't. What I felt was clarity, the kind that arrives when the noise finally dies. They would explain. They would justify. I wouldn't listen. Some truths don't need closure. They are closure. I turned onto the highway and didn't look back. I wasn't broken. I was free. And they were left with the echo of the moment they lost control.